y'all, it's Betsy from Cuttin Corners Vinyl, and today I have a fun video and one that I'm super excited about. I'm going to show you how to mix up your HTVs. Now we're going to be working with glitter, we're going to be working with regular Thermaflex plus Thermaflex fashion patterns. Now this is our February 2022 Patreon kit tutorial. Had to think about that for a second. You know, start to another year. So if you're not familiar with our Patreon page, I'll kind of give you a little bit of explanation and then we'll jump into the tutorial. So Patreon is a great way to support me and my channel. We have different membership levels that starts off at $4 a month, which you get access to all of our SVGs, plus you're entered into our monthly Patreon only scrap box. If you do the $10 a month, then you can use the SVGs on a commercial basis, as well as you're entered into the scrap box drawing. And then we have the $45 a month, which is the kit level. So on the kit level, you get all the other benefits. So commercial access to all the SVGs. You also get the vinyl. So I'm going to show you what we're using today. So for the Thermaflex fashion patterns, we've got designer plaid, and then we have leopard. Now to install the Thermaflex fashion patterns, you're going to want your heat press on 305 degrees, and you'll heat these for 8 to 10 seconds. The one thing I really love about the fashion patterns is you cut these like regular HTV. And part of the reason why I say that is if you've ever worked with other prints, if they don't have the layer on top, you have to change up how you cut them, and then you have to mask over them, and it's a lot to deal with. So that makes it super simple. And you're also going to get a sheet of black and a sheet of white Thermaflex Plus. So the application instructions for this is 320 to 330 degrees for 15 seconds. And then last but certainly not least is the Glitter Flex Ultra in light gold. Now again, this temperature is for 320 to 330 degrees, and you'll apply it for 12 to 15 seconds. And you also get your shirt, which this month we are using. This is the alternative apparel. This is a red t-shirt, and as you can see, this is like super duper soft. It feels super nice. So if you'll give me a moment, we'll change the camera angle and show you how to put this together. So as you can see, we're on my Patreon page, which is www.patreon.com/BetsyOcher. Now, it is linked in the description box if you're interested in joining. But let me remind you, we still do the tutorials whether you're a supporter through Patreon or not. So as you can see, this is the February 2022 Patreon SVGs. Now, I didn't get many up in the month of December. We always go beforehand, but for January, I do plan on doing extra SVGs because of it. So there's 6 different ones. I'm going to use the loved SVG, so I'm going to click on that file. There you go. And as you can see, that's downloading. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize out of that screen, and I have Cricut Design Space open. So I'm going to go over here to upload. There we go. Go to upload image, browse. Now we're going to go to our desktop because that's where my SVGs are saved. So we've got several different ones. So that is the Be Mine SVG. We have the Love SVG. Then we have the Loved file. It's not showing up in here, but it does pull up. The Lovely file. Pardon Me Sweetheart. So that's a play on Dolly Parton. And then XOXO. So we're going to choose the Loved SVG and click Open. There we go. So as you can see, that's what it looks like. Now it looks a little funny here because these solid colors are going to be the prints, and where it's see-through is going to be the red shirt. Now I'm going to click upload. I am going to select the file and add to canvas. Pretty simple to do. It takes a second though. Sometimes Cricut's fast, sometimes it's not. There we go. Where did you go? There we are. So as you can see, that is about 9 inches by 7 inches. So we're gonna make this a little bit bigger, because typically for the front of a shirt, so standard size, is about 10.5 inches wide. So we're gonna change that setting to 10.5 and press enter. So as you can see, we're gonna select both of the white layers because I didn't weld that together, and we're gonna go ahead and weld that. Okay, and that is a solid layer that goes behind the glitter. It just makes it a little bit easier. So that is our white layer. We have one of our prints, our other print. Then we're gonna have our gold glitter and our black layer. So now we're gonna click on Make It, and I am using a Cricut Maker 3. So it kind of depends on what machine you're using, but it's pretty easy. And if you are looking for specific cutting instructions, you can visit Specialty Materials website. It is linked in my description box, as well as Heat Transfer Vinyl, which is a great place for you to go pick it up. So now I'm going to choose on the mat because I don't like Cricut Smart Vinyl. I'm going to select Done. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and take and mirror all of my images. There we go. It's pretty easy to do. And last but certainly not least, and now I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. So as you can see, you're getting whole sheets of vinyl. You can fit a few designs on there. So we're going to go ahead and choose Everyday Iron On, the default pressure, and I'm going to choose this to remember for the material settings, because all of these are the same except for that layer that's going to be the gold. So if you'll give me a moment to change the camera angle, I will show you how to put this together. Okie dokie. So as you can see, I have my heat press turned on. Right now it is set to 330 degrees for 15 seconds. Now I am going to show you how to weed the fashion pattern, because it may be a little confusing on how I was saying it, but I am super duper excited for this. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. So as you can see, it weeds super, super easily. There we go. It's just like weeding any other type of HTV, which is what I like. So there is our designer plaid. So now I'm going to go ahead and load my t-shirt on here. Again, this is an alternative brand shirt. So typically what I do is I just lay it over the heat press like this, or if you have one that you can load it on, that's also very nice and handy to have. So there we go. Okay, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, since this is already heated to the 330 degrees, is I'm gonna go ahead and change my temperature down to the 305 that I need for the prints, because the Glitter Flex Ultra and the Glitter Flex Ultra and the Thermoflex Plus can be heated at 320. So as it's cooling, it just works out. Now I'm using the t-shirt alignment guide. Now this is linked in the description box, because as you know, since I've closed my business, I don't sell anymore. So I'm trying to find other things. Now all I'm doing is folding my design in half. Perfect. And then I'm using the center line. And typically you want to be about 3 fingers down or so from the collar of your shirt to the top of your design. So that looks pretty good. So we're starting off with our black layer. Now, even though you can heat these for 10 to 15 seconds, because I am layering, I typically do not heat it for the full amount of time. I'll heat it for about 5 to 7 seconds and then go on to the next color. The one thing I'm still trying to find for you guys is the Easy Weeding wooden pick. That's the only thing I'm struggling with, because, well, they were hard, like, because of all the supply chain issues, they were getting hard to get anyway. So now we're gonna do the white layer. which again is super duper easy to do. This is part of the reason why I like to include a background image, or to have the background completely filled in, because it does make lining stuff up easier. I need to lower the pressure on this a little bit. So to lower the pressure, you just turn the knob. And all the supplies are listed in my Amazon storefront. So if you are interested in purchasing it, I do appreciate it, but I do earn a small commission because I like to try to be completely transparent with people. So there we go. Now we're doing our gold glitter layer. Doesn't that look pretty? Now again, I'm going to adjust that pressure down just a little bit more. There we go. Now this one I am going to apply for a little bit longer, for about 10 to 12 seconds. But everything gets reheated over and over when you're layering like this, so it pretty much is good to go from the beginning. Okay, and now our heat press is down to the 305. So you see what I'm saying? When you do it this way, it makes it a whole lot easier. There we go. I love these prints. And it gives you something extra. You know, sometimes people don't want to fool with sublimation, and sublimation isn't always the easiest thing in the world to do. So there we go. Doesn't that look so good? Now we're gonna heat it for about 10 seconds and the shirt will be done. That easy. So I love it. Now remember, if you are interested in joining us on Patreon, it is listed in the description box. And we do try to post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, as you know, I had surgery. I didn't post like hardly anything in the month of December because of it. So letting this cool some. Give it a second. There we go. Give it a minute. Okay. There we go. And now we can pull our other side off. Okay, now I'm gonna press one more time just for a couple of seconds. I always like to do this just to make sure everything is down good. So, press one more time. Okie dokie. And there we go. Look how good this looks. Isn't this absolutely adorable? I love how this came out. So, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And I guess that's it. We'll see y'all on Monday. And don't forget, Tuesday's live this week coming up will be the regular and Patreon scrap box drawing. So I guess that's it. We'll see y'all later. Bye.